All right, I hope everyone is ready. It looks like chat is ready to go to see ShesChardcore playing glitchless category of Wizardry, Proving Grounds of the Mad Overlord. So, Shard?
Thank you, Threech. How's everybody doing? Hope we're all having a good Saturday. Thank you, JSR, for dragging me out of retirement to do this run. I do appreciate it. This is a good cause, and this is a good group of people. So, one thing before I start, real quick, you might hear this elevator music going on in the background. That's because this game runs faster when sound and music are off. Each encounter, and there's a lot of encounters, will load 1.2 seconds faster if the sound and music are not playing. It's just an interesting little quirk for the game and for the run. Past that, I delete everybody in the training grounds to initialize the data, and time will begin when I hit reset after doing all of that. Let's delete this last person. So basically when I hit reset from right here is when the run technically starts. And then I will do my best to commentate at 100 miles an hour. We'll do the reset and timing in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, music and sounds are off. I already mismenued, that's a good start. First thing we do is create a fighter with at least 18 strength. Boom, done. Second thing we do is create a mage. If I stop hitting no, we actually might create the mage. That's not a good bonus roll. This game is very D&D based, as you might imagine. You can probably tell by all the classes, alignments, statistics, all that stuff. So we're trying to get a better bonus roll. I'm going to be greedy, and we're going to go marathon safe, and we're going to try and get a double-digit bonus roll so that we can max out IQ and agility. IQ affects spell learning, and agility affects combat initiative. So those are both very good things to have, and in a marathon setting, it's worth rolling a few extra mages to try and make that happen. There's one other factor that'll come into play depending on whenever I actually get a double-digit roll here. And mages can roll between 2 to 6 HP, and there's not a lot we can do about that. We want as close to 6 as possible. There's our big bonus roll. Okay, that's fine. Let's see what the HP is. 4 is totally fine. So we're going to go ahead and buy some weapons. Buy a sword for the fighter, a dagger for the mage. Go into the mage, equip these things. And here we go. Set the timer to 1. What this does is it makes all the combat text scroll super fast, which in the early going saves a lot of time. We're not fighting those things. We're going to look for specific encounters here on level 2. And let's start doing that now. Alright, we're trying to find a pack of small objects or creeping coins. Not creeping cruds, creeping coins. Be nice to me, game. We're basically power leveling this mage to level 5 by punching above our weight class and going somewhere we shouldn't be yet, which is the second floor of the dungeon. These creeping coins that we're looking for have a ton of XP if you kill them, and they're not terribly dangerous. It might be a while till we see one, so this would actually be a good time for donations real quick.
Oh, sure. We have a $50 donation from Bokonon who says, "This runner has such a magnetic personality."
I see what you did there, Boko. Appreciate you.
And Wintry Mix donates $20 and says, "Good luck, Shar."
Thanks, Winter. So yeah, if I didn't mention it, this game is 99% RNG. The pack that we're looking for, the creeping coins, is a 5% chance every time I go through this door or get an encounter in general on this floor. It's basically D&D based, like it's rolling a d20, and we have to hit whatever number that happens to be that they happen to land on. I killed the mage because just in case, if there's a call mechanic where the creeping coins can call their friends to the fight, and if they do that, that's more XP for you because you killed more things. You see me do that little reset move a lot. Stave scumming in this game is very important. As long as I hit reset before the gravestone screen appears, basically nothing happened. Like, monsters surprise me? No, we're gonna reset and do this. Stave scumming for the win. But this first excursion is gonna... Oops, that doesn't matter really. This first excursion is going to get the mage to level 5, and then the mage is going to fly solo for a while. And by a while, I mean the rest of the game. You'll see me go to camp a lot too. I'll just do a quick example. I do that. It basically saves your state to SRAM. So if I do have to hit reset to avoid a deadly thing in these encounters, it'll put me right back where I hit camp. Otherwise, like I said, we gotta do a lot of resets because we don't want to die, and we want to get a favorable outcome. We could technically kill other things down here, but it would just be an absolute slog. The coins give way more XP than anything else in the early game. So even though it looks like this is taking a while, and it is, it's still worth it to try and do this. There's not really like a backup for this. I mean, you could technically go like farm on level 1 for a while, but that's dangerous. And it's dangerous because you might have noticed when I bought the weapons in the shop, I didn't buy any armor. And we have an armor class of 10, and D&D players and other RPG players probably think that that's folly. The thing with this game is there's a bug in the code. Your armor class of your character doesn't matter for hit chance calculations. What matters is the enemy's armor class. So if there's an enemy with a -4 armor class attacking you, it doesn't matter what your armor class is, it rolls as though you have -4. And as you can imagine, that makes the early game terrifying because everything up here has like 8 to 10 armor class and will just devastate you. Even if you have a full regalia of armor that you spent so much time and money to grind. And these coins are not showing up. Inflation has affected everything, even this dungeon. There's just no money anymore. Or maybe it's a supply chain issue, I don't know. I haven't been up with the Lilgaman news yet. Another thing you'll see as we go through these, there we go. It doesn't matter that they surprised us, hopefully. I cast Catino, which is a sleep spell. I don't need to do it, but it cuts down on the number of actions that the coins are going to get, because some of them will be asleep. And they can still kill the mage relatively easily, which is a scary thing. So we'll do that. We should be okay, hopefully. There's a breath attack that they're doing. Breath attacks in Wizardry do half of the monster's HP as damage to everything in your party. As you can see, it's going by very quickly, but you can see they're doing 0 damage because they have 1 HP, so they just drop the decimal. They can't do half an HP of damage. But they can do 1 damage if they hit you. Luckily, this fight is going way better than I expected it to. 6,900 experience, that is a very nice number. Let's go back to town and level up. I was gonna make that a donation incentive. If I got the 6,900 in a marathon, I was gonna donate some money. I'll do that anyway, even though I never announced it until just now. We're gonna level up, learn some new spells, and our friendly mage is ready to go do that again. Because now we need to kill 4 more coin packs. I should get the items first. There's a key over here we need. Almost forgot. So a lot of things happen in a short burst in this game. It's kind of hard to stay on top of all of them. There's friendly groups of monsters that show up, as you've been seeing. If you fight them, you fight them, and your alignment can change from good to evil if you fight too many of them. Yes, technically it's just not. It's a chance-based thing. It's not guaranteed. But if you leave a friendly group, it overwrites the encounter slot, so you can just pass on through to wherever you need to go, past them. Like if I hit leave here, I can just go here and bypass that encounter. We want to do that as little as possible because these forced encounter tiles are very useful for us because we can just keep running and cycling the encounters and running and cycling the encounters, etc. That was dangerous. I'm actually going to set the timer down a little bit so I have more time to react in case anything goes south. Which in this game, everything usually goes south. With the slower timer, the text in combat will scroll by slower, but that, like I said, gives me more time to hit reset to do the save scum. We'll basically be trying to get one more coin pack at least down here, and then that'll put us to level 7, and then we need 3 more to get to level 9. So this is the first big grind of the run. There's 2 grinds of the run, and we'll get to the other one later, and the other one's arguably worse. Does anybody have any chat questions? Feel free to ask them. I don't have chat open because my brain has to parse enough text at this point for everything that's going on in the game. But I will gladly answer any questions that anybody has. And this would be another good time for some donations. This might take a while.
All right. Well, we have a $20 donation from Jamich, who says, "Really great to see Shar again. Good luck on the run."
Thank you, Jamich.
Jamich also asks in chat, "How do magnets work?"
Don't have a clue. Our crack
It's
scientists
a mystery not even scientists solve.
Yeah. Our crack team of scientists, Dr. Shaggy 2 Dope and Dr. Violent J, are working on it diligently.
All right. Eric is easy to say, asks, "Does Trebor really sucks?"
Trevor sucks, yes. So, I guess the backstory behind this game, I mean, everybody plays this game for the story, of course. Wordna, which is Andrew backwards, because Andrew Greenberg and Robert Woodhead created this game, essentially. So Wordna backwards, and Andrew backwards is Wordna, and then Robert backwards is Trevor. And Trevor is the Mad Overlord, and he is mad that Wordna stole this amulet, and we have to go prove ourselves in the Proving Grounds, which is basically what we're doing, even though we bypassed the thing that makes us, or the actual ribbon that you get for beating the Proving Grounds. We got to go down to floor 10 and kick the crap out of Wordna and get the amulet and bring it back to town, and that's our divine task. We go get the John, we return to town, and everybody sings our praises. Also, I'm going to cast a spell called Dilto. That is what it's called. I'm not trying to fake any lewdness here. See, it says Dilto. What that does is it raises the enemy's armor class, in turn raising our own, which is, bad. But the mage has a terrible melee hit chance, and I don't have any more spells left, so we have to set the odds in our favor a little bit more by raising their armor class, and then the mage can actually hit them. Alright, so that's 2 down. I guess it's not awful so far. Oh, this way. Let's see if I go the right way. But now we're going to run back to town and get level 7. This will give us more spells, both of the spells that we already have and new spells. Because you get X number of casts per spell level, and when you level up you replenish all of those. Show that real quick. 7532, that's not bad. We should have enough, I think, to get to level 9 without having to go back to town again, as long as we get enough good coins. Alright, we'll park there. And now we have to find 3 more coin packs. So, again, great time for questions or donations.
Just to give an update to everyone, we are at $70 out of the $750 for the Super Meat Boy Play All Light Levels incentive that closes tonight at 8 p.m. So if you are interested in making that happen, if you donate, make sure that you put that donation toward that incentive to make sure that it applies and goes toward the final total.
Alright, we got another coin pack right there, and back to back. Look at this. This run's getting spicy. It's probably not getting spicy, but these spells we're casting, this Joe Polito, and then there's La Halito. See, it clearly says Joe Polito. These are AoE spells, which damage everything in the group, which is why we power level the mage to 5 to begin with, so we can start doing that, and he can kind of go farm by himself. But we got one more coin pack to go. And I have enough spells to make that happen without the extra trip back to town. So, the back-to-back coin packs is a very rare occurrence. I know it's all just math and probability and stuff, but, we take that and we run, you know? So the big RNG section after this is, do we get the spell called Magneto? And the answer to that is going to probably be no, and then I will cry, and I cry ever, Tim. But alright, there's our last coin pack. That did not go that terribly, which has me worried. So when I level up here, we're going to get to level 9, and there's a spell called Magneto. I guess I gotta Halito these guys. Magneto is basically an instant kill spell for anything that breathes air, isn't undead, and is level 8 or lower, or I believe lower than level 8. There are enemies on the 10th floor called giants. There's frost giants, there's fire giants, and there's poison giants. And internally, an enemy's level is based on their hit dice, like their HP dice. So if you fight something that's like 10d8, they're level 10. Well, these giants that give 40,000 XP per giant are listed internally as level 1, because I think due to an oversight, they were given 1d8 or 1d1 or whatever it was, plus 50. So they're like, oh, that's a lot of XP or HP. They're gonna be hard to kill. You'd be surprised. All right, moment of truth. We got Magneto. We didn't get 3, but the run is now still alive. It's just gonna take a little bit longer. We need 3 Magnetos total to kill 10 giants. If we have 2, we can still go down to floor 10 and kill a few of them, and then just, you know, level up to level 11 or 12 or wherever it is. I don't remember exactly, but gotta be careful here. If I take another step, that kills the run. Okay. Sometimes you gotta be cautious. 1, 2. Trying to get friendly groups so I can just walk past these tiles, because yeah, we're not messing with those ninjas. No way, no how. Okay, I got turned around when I did the reset. I see a surprise round, I run. Spells can't be cast during a surprise round from either you or the monsters, which is kind of a good balance thing, I think. Technically, you can kind of cast a spell if you use an item during the surprise round, but you know, you can't de facto cast a spell. Alright, so we're nearly at... I could knock it now. We're gonna pass that. Maybe I should take on. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Earth Giants are a rare occurrence on B9, which we're on the 9th floor right now. We're trying to. There we go. There's a little chute over here that brings us to floor 10. Blah 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 at the bottom. P.S. Trevor sucks. That's where that reference came from. His word is like, you'll never get through all my minions. P.S. Trevor sucks. Alright, those are frost giants. But we're gonna run because the thieves that were with them would kill us. You'll notice that a lot of the enemies have kind of nondescript names like men in armor and giants and clerics and whatever else. That was in a mechanic to try and like maybe scare the player a little bit, because a man in robes could be a level something mage, or a man in robes could be like a level 1 ninja. Ninjas who can decapitate you instantly. So it's like, oh, what am I fighting? But most of the time we know exactly what we're fighting based on monster party composition and things of that nature. So we need 10 giants, like I said, but with 2 Magnetos, it opens us up to take smaller packs. They can come in packs of 1 through 4, and if you had 3, you could get like a 4-4, like 4-4-2 or 4-3-3 or something like that. But since we only have 2, we can be less picky and we can just take what we can get. A lot of save scumming here. Again, if I don't pay attention and I let the combat rounds settle out, and we get killed or paralyzed or any of these nasty things, then the run is completely dead, because the character is completely dead, and then I'd have to start over. And we're not going to let that happen. We're going to get this amulet from Wordna, and it's going to hopefully not take half an hour. But this Giant's Grind will now commence, and this is probably the longest part of the run, so as always, it's a great time for donations or questions.
Sounds good. We have a $20 donation from Holly Go Dexters that says, GL Shar, enjoying this penguinless wizardry run.
Thank you, Penguin and Pinball King. I appreciate that.
And we have a $50 donation from Iced 1138 that says L. Nothing, just L. Can we get some L's in chat?
L. So during that last donation, I found a pack of giants, but the spell, I didn't get it off because they killed me. That's why we need to have as high of agility as possible to try and get initiative in those combat rounds. And in that particular fight, the spell didn't work. As you saw, it said, giants survived. There's a third type of giant down here, called a fire giant. They only give 4,000-ish XP, and Machinito doesn't kill them. So, it's like, if we see giants, there's, basically, that was scary. I almost died there. Again, we don't know what kind they are. We just fire off Machinito, hope we get it off, and hope it's one of the ones we can kill. If it is a Frost or Poison Giant, the spell works 100% of the time and will not fail and can't be resisted. If it doesn't work, then that means it was just a Fire Giant. There are other things down here that you can kill. None of it is anywhere close to as lucrative, other than a Greater Demon, which we can't really kill, I lied, and a Will-O-Wisp, which we also can't really kill. So they both give around 40,000 XP as well, just like the Giants do. But when you can kill 4 Giants in one cast of a spell, even if it takes a while to make that happen, it's still worth it. This is one of the slower versions of the game, in my opinion, because there's more downtime between encounters. And as you can remember, it's 1.2 seconds faster for every encounter since I turned the sound off. And how many encounters have we had? About 173? 141 2/3? Been a lot of encounters. So that's a lot of seconds, possibly minutes already, that you shaved off the run just by doing that one little thing.
The numbers don't lie.
And they spelled disaster for Wordna. They say all mages are created equal. No, we're not going to go there. So yeah, the whole point that we're doing this is to get to level 13. Level 13, oops, stop it. Level 13 we learn Mallor, which is a teleport spell, which is really nice. And level 12 we learn, hopefully, a spell called Haman, and at 13 again we learn a spell called Mahaman. And Haman is a spell that's basically like asking the gods for assistance, and they grant you a choice of 3 boons. One of those boons is teleport the enemies, which instantly wins the fight, and that works on the final boss. So the whole point of this run is to... Hey, we got 2 giants down, yay! Sorry, 8 more to go. We'll quit to reset the encounter. Yeah, the whole point is to get the Haman spell, get to level 13 so you can use it, and one-shot the final boss and use the teleport amulet to win the game. The record is I think it's 1206. It's 120 something. I think it's 1206 by Rescue Twitch. He might be in chat. He's been a big influence on my own running for this game. I loved the Wizardry series as a kid. I was very familiar with it, but I never thought of I never really thought about speedrunning it, and I forget. I got decapitated there. That was scary. I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but I pulled up Twitch one day and I saw somebody was speedrunning Wizardry. I was like, cool, let me check this out. And Rescue Twitch is in Japan, and he has a translation bot in his channel, so that those weren't going to be good giants anyway. So that you can. Whoops. I went through the door. I didn't want to do that. Alright. So you can chat in real time across, language barriers across the world through a TV screen or laptop or whatever your choice may be. Alright. I had to get out of that room that I got stuck. I wasn't really stuck, I guess, but when we get another giant or two down, we'll teleport back to the castle and get our spells back. There's a thing in the Trevor Sucks dialogue box that says Contra Dextra Avenue, and it's basically them saying like don't go to the right. It's a hint, because when you get through one of these doors on floor 10, if you walk to the right or you turn right and walk, it teleports you back to town. Which, if you want to do that, is great. If you don't want to do that, then that's not so great. But yeah, big ups, big shout out to Rescue Twitch for destroying this game so much and all the knowledge that he's imparted upon me. I wouldn't be doing this currently if it wasn't for his influence and encouragement. I mean, technically I could go back to town now, but I have one more Machinito and I kind of want to spend it on something worthwhile. Alright. So now we turn right, back to town, bang. Now we level up. I'll have more Machinitos now, not that it's that big of a deal, because you only need to kill 7 more. Get out here, slimes. And we gotta walk back down to level 10. If we had... Oops. Got crossed up there. If we had, the 3 Machinitos, we could have hit level 13 and just Mallard our way back down. So when that happens, when we get to level 13 and get Malor, hopefully we get Malor, please. No, I think you always get Malor. Turn 1, 2, 3, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. I gotta pay attention there. If I misstep there, the run ends. Oops. What am I doing? Did I go the wrong way? I think I did. I feel like I went the wrong way. That's unfortunate. Anyway, you could just Malor back down, and where am I? I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Alright. Oops. Sorry about that. Got all crossed up. A lot of these areas look the same, so it's easy to get mixed up. So we're going to do the same thing we did before, go down and kill 7 more giants, and hope for the best. Friendly group of demons. Nice out for a stroll. Hello! Oh, we're just a friendly group of demons, aren't we? Oh, they are not friendly. Those are unfriendly demons. Gotta run from those. Where am I? There we go. Everything's falling apart. That's really not. It's just a bunch of mismenuing on my part. But here we are, back to square 2, I guess. Since we already did square 1. So we need 7 more giants, which now we have more Machinitos, so hopefully that'll be faster. Because we can take, packs of 2 and stuff now. So, as always, donations and questions.
A lot of comments in chat about navigating the hallways, and as someone who is sort of directionally challenged, this is a nightmare for me. So this is incredible.
Yeah, that's the easiest part of the game. The RNG is the hard part.
Chat says we've got a 141 2/3 chance of this runner being awesome.
I appreciate that. I agree with that assessment.
I really hit a nerve there. It's good.
Yeah, this is nice chill music. It's from Super Solitaire for the Super Nintendo. You would like it. It's got free cell. You should try it sometime. It's got other games too, but it also has free cell.
Well, I'm sure free cell is the only one that's important. I can appreciate that. That's awesome.
Alright, I took a gamble there and just got hit by these things. And they were fire giants anyway, so... Even though I cast a spell, again, part of the save scumming, I reset and that never happened. That encounter never happened. So, didn't take any damage, didn't lose any spells. In that regard, this run isn't like terribly marathon unsafe. Like as long as you reset on time, you're probably okay. But you can just get screwed by the RNG elsewhere. Like, you know, not getting Makanito at all, or not getting Haman or Mahaman, or any weirdness that can go on. Or, you know, not getting giants for 10 minutes. There's a lot of that.
What would you say was your the difference between the time when you started running this and your best time now?
Well, back in the day, it was probably close to half an hour. And, my PB nowadays is 15x d6? 56? Something like 1548? I don't know. I'm just gonna say numbers until I get it right. It's 15 something. But there's also various versions of this game. My record in the Game Boy Color version of this game is like 840. Which is pretty fast. It took me a minute and a half to get all the giants I needed in that run. It was just straight up RNG. Alright, let's hope for the best here. That was not the best. Those were fire giants. Soon I'm going to start casting Makanito on the New York Giants. Gotta find something to kill here. Yeah, this game is 99% just menuing and RNG, and 1% fun. No, I like this game. I love the series. It's a completely different experience if you're playing it casually. There's a lot more stuff to figure out. It's a little more rewarding to figure the stuff out. Although there's merit to, you know, the speedrun being rewarding as well. Although this is a drought. We have 7, or we have 3 down. We need 7 more. That could take 2 minutes. That could take 3 hours. Sorry, everybody else. The rest of the marathon's canceled. I'm kidding. What's the time check at anyway? Out of curiosity.
Let me see if I can find that for you.
Yeah, I decided not to run live split. It would have been too depressing.
We're at about 30 minutes, 40 seconds.
Okay, if I don't get any giants in the next minute or two, I'm gonna cast some special magic, which is going to give me a character that can finish the game, and we can finish the game. Unless nobody cares if I run this for 20 more minutes. I'll do it. Oh. What do we got? Please give me some XP. No, that's more fire giants. Yeah, we have a magical button I can press that would basically get us past this part to see the end game. And I'm willing to do that because this run is just sputtering at the giants like most runs do. This is Malefic, they're scary. You don't see them too often. Or at least not their unidentified, or their identified form. More fire giants. It's something like a 2 or 3% chance to get favorable giants on every encounter, so the odds are worse than the coins. But when each dragon gives you like, or each giant gives you the equivalent of 4 coin packs, that's something you kind of want to do. because the coin packs would take longer. Those are poison giants. We could have killed them, but they would have killed me in the surprise round. So it's not even worth looking at that. There's no chance of survival there.
Sounds like if we get an opportunity, and we have the safety save state, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, that opportunity is presenting itself right now because these giants are not being cooperative. So I'm gonna need everybody to look away for like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright, in that time, I power leveled this mage to 13. Isn't that amazing? Now we can cast Malor, go 8 east, 8 down. We're going to take an encounter here. When you cast Malor in combat, it sends you to a random spot on the lower floor, if it works. Sometimes the spell fails. Alright, where did that put us? It puts us on floor 10. Oh, alright. Like I said, this is his brother, 3, the second one. Whoops. So we're gonna mercy kill this, and let's get word in the dead. This is why I had the backup, either for time purposes or for not getting good RNG purposes. That's just how Wizardry is. Yeah, giants, thanks. Thanks for taunting me. Alright, Malor. Spell does not work. Okay. Apologies for going over estimate. I probably should have bumped it up a little bit, knowing how terrible this game can be. But the early game wasn't all that bad, honestly. Alright, there's basically 6 encounters on the 10th floor that you're supposed to deal with. When we Malor down here, like this, shouldn't fight those. It puts us past some of them. You can actually land like inward in this chamber, which is kind of fun. If you land outside his door, we call it the hole-in-one. But this is not quite the hole-in-one. This is the halfway through it and kind of close. Alright. This should be killable as long as we get not resisted. We got resisted. There's so many things that can go wrong in this game, as you're seeing live. Watch, these are gonna be like frost giants. Nope, they're out of frost giants. They laid them all off. There's no coins anymore. There's no frost giants. The economy's in shambles. All right. This game is taunting me. The game knows. It's like, oh, here, more giants. Nope, they're fire giants. This game is brutal.
Do we have a moment for a donation?
Sure.
We've got $20 from Trapsky, who says, the ever-magnetic ShesChardcore running Wizardry. This is sure to attract some coins. Here is my small share.
Thank you, that's a lot of coins. Alright, we're going to run from that encounter. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was going to kill them with something, and that thought is folly. Alright, let's try kill these guys. Alright, 2 more, I believe. 2 more of these, not this particular one, but 2 more of these doors to go through. 1 or 2 more. We're almost there, I promise. Just gotta get things I can kill. Technically I can kill that, but it's like a 1% chance. Whoops. Alright, I think 1 more attempt at the combat Malor, and then we should mercy kill this. Because this is Wizardry. 80s, 8 down. If I get the combat Malor to bring us to Wordna, we'll be done in like seconds after that. That's fine. Okay. And if you do need to kick me off, please feel free to do so. I will not be offended.
You got a plan. That's all good.
My plan is to bang my head against the wall till we get through this. Alright, let's get through that fight. We're almost there. Assuming disaster doesn't strike for the 5th time, like that almost happened again right there, we'll be fine. We'll be okay. I'll kill these guys, I think, if they don't hit me first. Alright. Remember Medalto, let me go first. Ah, damn it. Sorry, darn it. No, don't want to mess with dragons. Don't want to mess with those. Oops, those guys. Sometimes you try to run and it doesn't work, and it doesn't tell you that you didn't run. It just like puts your cursor back on the thing. You're like mashing A trying to run, and then you fight something. You're like, oh, that's not good. But this is about what I expected. I thought it was actually going to be worse off in the beginning, and less worse at the end. So that clearly was not the case here. Will-o-wisps are one of the things that give a lot of XP like the giants, but we don't really have a spell that can do much to them. Technically you can kill them with this spell over here called Lock-a-Nido. It's a different thing. It's like an instant kill spell. But they have a high resist, so it's like a 1% chance of actually working. And we're finally going to make it to Wordna. I promised you Wordna. Wordna you shall receive, as long as I don't get killed. Where am I? The wizard is in. Not for long. Alright. Price of monsters doesn't really matter, because we have to cast a spell. Teleport enemies. Boom. See? That's final boss. That's all it was. 17 west, 3 south, 10 up, and then it's GG. 3, 2, 1. GG. Oh. I'm drinking water since I dehydrated myself over the last hour of running this game, so...
We really appreciate you coming on to showcase it and for all the work that you've done for de-rusting it and joining again. So thank you so much for showing this off.
Well, thanks for having me. That's probably the worst run I've had since I came back. Of course, you know, it happened during the marathon, but that's fine.
Just marathon luck?
Marathon luck. As long as everybody enjoyed it and lots of money was raised, that's all I care about.
Yeah, absolutely. And lots of love for this game, lots of love for you as well in the chat.
I appreciate
So
that. I love most of the chat too. No, I love everybody. Everybody down there in Chattanooga. Big fan of all of you.